added to the show notes, the downfall of Young Money. Myra, would you like to, to
I would
explain?
like to start this. This will be my dissertation because, like, as a millennial hip hop person, to see
Yeah.
the big three of Young Money like have this massive downfall is so crazy. So I just decided to throw this on there since we talked about Kendrick doing the Super Bowl and how
Mm-hmm.
Panini Press Wayne
Mm-hmm.
was about
Mm-hmm.
it. um, Kendrick, blessed us with an album. I like to say he knew how hurt black people was from this election, so he gave us
Fair.
this gift.
Very fair.
And he did mention, I'm like, Kendrick, did you make this whole album in like a weekend, sir? Because he was talking about stuff that happened like yesterday. But he
What?
did mention
Live in the studio. That is so funny.
literally
Wow.
live there. But because if you don't know, Kendrick is a huge Lil Wayne fan. I mean, as we all are as millennials who grew up in that era and love hip hop. But in
Yeah.
the song, like the opening song, Kendrick has stated, um, it says, I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
Mm.
That's quote.
The
Now, does
quote
that
quote.
sound like a jab?
That was a good, and
No.
that was in
It sounds
reference
like,
to him getting the Super Bowl and Lil Wayne
yeah,
not
and
getting
Lil
this
Wayne,
upcoming Super
yeah,
Bowl.
crying about
Gotcha.
it. But to me, this sounds like, damn, somebody that I look up to, somebody that I like respect, like I just been working hard and I let him down by working hard. Like it gives
Yeah.
disappointment. It doesn't give
Yeah.
like
Hating or mean or because
yeah,
we
because
we've heard of
clearly we know
Kendrick
Kendrick
be
can get
mean.
me. We know the difference.
Kendrick so
So
mean for real, but he was not being mean in that moment. It's like
he
us.
was
It's like
not.
we can be very mean. So when we not being mean, we not being mean for real.
Yeah, exactly. It was
So
clear as day. I don't know if people are getting in his head and Lil Wayne's head about it, or like
that
he
does
talked
tend
to
to happen
Nicki because she kind of wild too.
very.
But Wayne took to Twitter and was like, "What did I do?" I said when he put that first, I'm like, "Bitch,
What you
why you playing in our
mean?
face? You spent a whole week going back and forth about not being picked for the Super Bowl.
He did. He
You got
did.
on stage talking about all I wanted was the Super Bowl so my mom could see it. What do you mean? What did you do? You did the most.
And
That's
you
what
know
you did.
what? I think that was another situation where people got in his head because he was not the
Mm-hmm.
first person to say something. It
No.
was several people, fans and celebrities alike, having all these statements about why it should have been Lil Wayne, and then he stepped into it. If he never would have
Mm-hmm.
stepped into it, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. If that's how he felt, he could have just let those people speak for him and let it
And moved
go.
on. Yeah.
But yeah, when he came out and was like, "Yeah, I can't believe this was taken away from me," that was incredibly whack of him to do that, and I don't blame Kendrick for being disappointed
Yeah.
because I thought that his response would have been, shout out to Kendrick, I'm happy for him, and left it there. So I was taken
Yeah.
aback when it was like a very whiny crybaby response to it.
Yeah, and this is so huge for just hip hop. Like Kendrick will be the first like rap artist to do this Super Bowl thing. And he also mentioned this in the song, like the only rapper that congratulated him was Nas. So all these
Mm,
people who is like, he thought he respected and, in community with,
mm-hmm,
said nothing or complained and was like it should have been Wayne, da da da. But Wayne
mm-hmm.
took that as disrespect, talking about don't wake the beast. And I'm like, Wayne, this ain't, you not in your prime.
Mm-mm.
Like let's
Mm-mm.
not tarnish the legacy. We love you. We love the music.
Yeah.
Well, I have some personal issues with you, but music
Yeah.
wise, we love you.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it at that. Let's not get into it
Yeah.
with Wayne. I mean, not Wayne. Kendrick right now.
It's
Yeah.
the because Dr. Dre did the Super Bowl, but it wasn't really just him, and I think more of him as like a
Yeah.
producer than a rapper. I guess
Right.
like Kendrick would be like the first like rapper to really
Hmm.
do it solo, as far as we know. But it's not like he produced for a bunch of
Unless you count
people.
Beyonce
He
as a
bringing,
rapper.
which I do.
Yeah, I do. She is one
There
of
we
my
go.
favorite rappers.
But
So
yeah, exactly. So what was the rest of Lil Wayne's statement? Because we got to talk about the whole thing. Oh my
oh my
gosh.
goodness. I didn't screenshot it. I did screenshot Kendrick words. Let me pull that up
It
real
was
quick.
basically a threat.
Yeah,
to
like
put
Don't
it
Wake the
lightly.
Beast.
Yeah, it was a threat and it was kind of extra. And it felt very, very
Somebody give
unnecessary.
the tweet.
I know. I'm looking for it too. Let me see. Tweet. See, not the one time we actually need Twitter for something.
It's not coming through. Like,
Lordy.
somebody, where's y'all article? I know. Oh, okay, here it go. This is what Wayne said. Man, what the fuck did I do? I just be chilling and they still come. Wayne, you 40. Why are you typing like this?
My,
They still come for my head.
oh my
Let's not
gosh.
take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants disruption. Not even me, but I shall destroy if this stirs on me, love. Imagine that in Lil Wayne voice.
Oh my
This was completely
gosh.
unnecessary,
That was
Wayne.
completely
Like, I don't even think he
unnecessary.
heard the song. I think he just like Nicki called them talking about Kendrick taking shots. Ah! That's my interpretation of Nicki. And I
Yeah.
don't think he even heard the song before he typed this out, because that what I said makes zero sense. Kendrick sounds disappointed.
Right. Right.
It sounds disappointed. It ain't like, fuck the big three is big me. Like, it
I
wasn't nothing like
mean,
that.
I feel like if Lil Wayne is like looking for a way to like get in on the Kendrick and like Drake beef, this is
Let's
definitely
not.
the way to go. But
I
that,
mean, it is,
but
but please don't.
I don't know why. Because obviously, like Kendrick is not the person who takes threats lightly at all,
Mm.
and but hopefully. You know, he might have enough respect for Lil Wayne that he'll be like, okay, he butt hurt. I'm gonna just let this ride. But I don't know the way Kendrick been the last couple months. I wouldn't be surprised if there
I
was some
feel
type of
like,
response.
yeah, Wayne would have to go a little bit harder, because
You
right
think
now I
so?
think, yeah, Kendrick would be just like, whatever.
That was
But
so
he
dumb.
respect Wayne. He didn't respect Drake. That's the difference too.
The world was better when we were hearing less from Lil Wayne, literally
That's
in all
true.
these situations. Like, I just don't understand why he like, and I don't feel like it was unfair of him to be disappointed about the Super Bowl thing, but I
Yeah,
think
I
the
think
way
that's
he went
fair.
about it is
Yeah.
weird, and like making it sound like it was offered to him and then taken away for Kendrick is so weird. Like it was never a guarantee. He never had it. There's no precedence
Mm-mm.
for if you're from a city and the Super Bowl is there, you have to be the performer. Like that's not a real thing. Even though it's happened before, it's not just a thing that always is going to happen.
Yeah.
So
The way if Taylor Swift was doing it, Beyonce was doing it, some other artist was doing it, we would not have this conversation at all.
no.
Nobody would say
Mm-mm.
Beyonce actually did it in New Orleans.
She did. And where was Lil Wayne? Did he
Where was
feel
Wayne?
cheated? Did he feel slighted? Like, what happened then, girl? And honestly, it would have made sense for him to do it then because he was more relevant then.
I would say.
So Mickey said it gives pick me, girl. Lil Wayne is acting like a pick me for sure. Like, and he mad he did not get picked. That's what it's giving.
Hey,
He
I
needs to
just
just let that
cannot
go.
imagine 10, 15 years ago in the heyday of Young Money thinking that Drake would be down, Wayne would be down, and Nicki would be down. They are all down. That is
Again,
crazy to me.
overexposure is a issue.
Yeah.
And pretty much any like because it's like any famous person who is out here too long and doing too much, something gonna happen. It's just people gonna get sick of you. The tide is gonna turn. You're gonna put yourself in a really stupid position, which happens a lot when the case of Nicki and Drake and now Lil Wayne. Like, yeah, and Mickey said in the comments, he's not the only one from New Orleans. He's not. There are tons of
That's true
artists
too. There
from New
are
Orleans.
tons of artists.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
know what? Like if they did, say they did Super Bowl in Nashville, I can see them doing like country artists, but it's not. They're not gonna be like, okay, which one of these people is actually born and raised in Nashville? We gotta pick them. First of all, none of these folks are born and raised in Nashville for the most part, so that's an
Yeah.
issue. But second of all, like yeah, it's just not. It just
It's
I
not
don't think
conclusive to
that's
do
not a
that.
thing. No,
Yeah. I
no,
think
no,
Jay-Z,
no.
this was before all this went down, but Jay-Z mentioned like it's hard to pick somebody from that city, because like what if it's in Utah or whatever? I don't know if it's a football team there. I think that's basketball. But y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Arizona, whatever. Like what big name artists would you put there? Like it's
I
going to
know.
get dicey when you get into these like Cincinnati. Like
I
if it's
mean,
here, like
it,
who do
and
you
it's
pick?
dicey with the artists that you love too, because Rihanna isn't even from America. So would they have been like, "Oh, sorry, Rihanna, since we can't do Super Bowl in Barbados, you can't be the
You can't.
performer."
Yeah, it's just
That's so weird.
it's
It's such a
weird.
weird thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, people got to. I think Lil Wayne is clearly letting people really get in his ear and really
Mm-hmm.
hype him up over something that is nothing. But in other news,
Not
I'm
don't wake
very
the
excited.
beast.
Anyway, I'm very excited for Kendrick's performance even more now that he has a new
Mm-hmm.
album out. Very, very excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, he even mentioned in this album that he gets up at 6 a.m. and runs 6 miles just to keep up with his breath. Like
Oh
this
wow.
this
He ready.
man,
He getting ready.
he's kind of crazy. I mean, we already knew that,
Yeah,
but
in a good way. It's like
yeah.
he's like Beyonce crazy when it comes to like his art and his craft.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, I will give him that for
Yeah.
sure. But